right now around 2-3 candidates per month,
Okay.
which are fake candidates. We see them on the screen, they're talking to us,
Yeah.
and we feel like it's something is not right.
McKinsey reports 32% of employees lack the skills their roles require. From your seat, is a skills shortage or a hiring strategy problem?
I would say none.
None?
Yes.
What is it then?
I believe that the economy of changes, constant changes, global changes impact the skills shortage. Trust is the most important thing to succeed in the team. If there's no trust, nothing gonna happen.
Right.
We also started to see that we are receiving a lot of fake CVs, AI-generated CVs.
Right.
We even faced deep fake AI-generated candidate, which we moved to the final stage of our recruitment process.
He went through the system.
Exactly, and it was eye-opening for me that I need to do something right now.
Welcome to Beyond the Resume. I'm Yohanan Shamailov. In this show, we go deeper than job titles and polished CVs to uncover the real stories, decisions, and philosophies behind the people shaping how we hire, grow, and lead. Today's guest is Lauryna Girėnienė, a seasoned HR leader at Nord Security, part of Tesonet, one of Lithuania's most respected global tech companies. Lauryna is one of the rare HR professionals who combines operational depth with strategic clarity. She has spent years navigating hypergrowth, global talent markets, and the realities of building teams in one of the most competitive tech environments in Europe. She recently led the introduction of AI into Nord's recruitment process, not a buzzword, but as a practical, scalable shift towards smarter, more human-centered hiring. And she brings a candid, grounded view of the challenges companies face today. The talent shortage, the changing expectation of candidates, the gaps in workforce skills, and what HR must become in the age of AI. In this episode, we'll talk about the future of recruitment, why many great candidates still struggle to sell themselves, how companies should rethink value creation through hiring, and what the new HR really looks like when technology, people, and strategy finally align. Let's get into it. Lauryna, hello, and welcome to Beyond the Resume.
Hi.
It is a great honor to have you on my show because we have been going back and forward for quite some time to find the right time for you. I know your busy schedule. And this time we're sitting in this beautiful studio in Nord Security. And thank you for that as well, for facilitating this. I'm very much looking forward for this conversation because, as I said the last time when we met, I was very much surprised by the achievements that you have done in HR in Nord by implementing AI tools that help you achieve certain goals. I would like to explore that today. And apart from that, we have many other things to discuss. So,
yes, hi.
Thank
Pleasure
you.
to be here as well with you.
Thank you. And let's start with the first topic, which is called the new face of HR. How has HR's strategic role evolved in tech companies like Nord? And what are the biggest shifts you have witnessed in the last few years?
Yes, I guess that the role of HR evolves together with the products. And I guess it very depends on the maturity of the company. So if we're talking about a startup environment, like, I don't know, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, Nord Security was much smaller, twice smaller, and we only started to work towards scaling. So the role of HR was like, reactive, more reactive. We had to fill in the roles, we needed to understand what business requires. But now when we are in a scale-up stage, we are like more matured, we have a lot of processes in place. So basically, HR becomes more strategic in this big organization, and we started to be more proactive rather than reactive. We started to prevent some things, to plan ahead. So just to give an advice for our leaders. So I guess this is the main change that I was going through all these years.
I see. A lot of HR departments still struggle to align people, strategy, and technology. What is the key or maybe the recipe for a successful implementation of what you just said?
Well, in my opinion, the world is like this, that we always need to balance humanity and technology.
Okay.
Why? Because we live in this technology world. You see, AI is everywhere.
True.
It's close to you. Your humanoid robots are close to you already, right?
Yeah.
So the role of a leader probably in this position is just probably to be an example. First of all, how should we act to learn himself and guide their people towards the technology as well, engaging them to be more human. So this is difficult part, but I guess that there's a separation. What technology can help, how can help technology to solve some problems, and what is absolutely human touch thing. What we need to do by, I don't know, by being humans. How should we react and do some kind of work?
So it's the balance between using technology as help to reach your
Exactly.
goals and not fully rely on technology to
Absolutely.
reach certain goals. And I think generally there is a certain, probably misunderstanding throughout, people around the world globally that think that, AI will be able to replace something. This replacement, if you look at it from a different perspective, it is just an improvement of what humans were doing through one type and through one method, and AI is doing faster, better, or something. But it is just helping you to probably focus more on things that matter. And I think one of the things that we will be talking today about your implementation of AI tools in the HR of Nord Security and what the outcome of that was. And I very much liked your perspective when you spoke during HR Week with your presentation about how it is very important to understand that you are implementing tools. You are not completely handing over to a system, to AI.
Exactly. Yeah, so basically, I guess that this misunderstanding begins from fear of not knowing things.
Right.
People just now get familiar with AI. They don't know what to expect. It changes every day, and this is natural, I guess. So I think that the part of my role as a leader of HR and other leaders who are implementing AI tools is to show the difference and to show them a human must be the one who makes the decision, not the system. The AI tool or whatever, it might be a helpful thing, but not a decision maker in the end of the day. So this is the most important part. And of course, in a European Union Act of AI, it is also written clearly that humans have to make the decision, not the AI tools.
Sure.
So yeah, this is a main message.
Right. Candidates who can't sell themselves. This is something we have discussed with you during our last conversation when we had a coffee, and we had a very challenging conversation because I told you that one of the theses and the philosophies behind Beyond the Resume is to help people understand the recruitment process a bit more. When people have certain skill sets, certain talent, but they do not have the sales skills to actually present themselves correctly, know the know-hows of where to apply, how to follow up, and so on and so forth. And the key question here is, what happens when great candidates under-communicate their strengths? And is that just a fact that we should constatate and leave it where it is? Or can we look at it from a different perspective, how we can help them?
Yeah, so basically it also depends on if the candidate talks to the right person, that right person is able to extract and get that information needed.
Okay.
And help the candidate to open up and show the strengths. So this is very important. Why deep HR interviews matter. If you have only the screening, just scratch the surface,
Right.
that's not gonna happen. But if you have a deep HR interviews, so usually the good HR person is able to open the person and get the things already, get out from him.
Right.
So basically, and I know that there's a lot of people who think that it's difficult for them to sell themselves. But I guess one of the main skills of a person who's looking for a job is to learn that skill, to learn to show what they're good at.
Right.
So this is looking for a job is a job.
True.
Full-time job. So,
True.
and you need to have skills for that. So I guess that first skills you need to learn how to show your strengths, how to get to know yourself a little bit better, and to show to others.
3 blitz recommendations from your side to people sitting behind their computers looking for the new challenge. What would that be?
First of all, they need to analyze themselves, as I mentioned, and they need to understand.
Self-analysis.
Exactly.
Okay.
They need to understand what they want and what they're capable of.
Okay.
Because sometimes when we have an interview with the person and you hear like, I can do whatever you want. I can do this, I can do that, and what do you want to do? I don't know, but I can do whatever I want. Sometimes I do this, sometimes I do that. So the direction of yours is very important.
Right.
So you need to know what is your goal, at least the direction.
Right.
So first things.
Okay.
One more thing is you need to prepare to be visible to others.
Okay.
And these days I guess it's easy to do it. There's a social media around. You need to prepare your profile to be visible for your future employers.
So LinkedIn, basically.
Not only LinkedIn.
What else?
I don't know, other social media.
So Facebook, Instagram, does that really matter?
Yeah, exactly, it does matter.
Okay.
Because if we're checking the profile, it's not only your, technical skills, it's your personality.
Right.
So we definitely, during our interviews at North Security, we deep dive into personality.
Okay.
And there were some cases where we just checked the social media profiles and we decided to not proceed with the person.
Really?
Because we saw that the values are not matching. The company values, our values, team values, not matching to the profiles we see in the social media. So it's not only your work experience, it's also you as a personality.
True. Okay, so just a short follow-up question on social media. I mean, I see the logic behind it, of course. What would be one example that, for instance, a value does not correspond to North Security's value, because of which you would say, okay, this person does not correspond to our values, and we cannot hire him?
For example, irrespectful, not respectful communication or comments in social media under, other people's profiles or some news or, diversity topics. So it is visible. Everything what you do is like, it stays forever,
it's all there.
right?
Yep.
So if you are doing some wrong things according our values, we see that. So, and we believe that it's not going to be a long-lasting relationships. So that is why I'm saying this is important.
That's a great example. I think that totally makes sense. The talent shortage, myth or reality, is the name of the topic. McKinsey reports 32% of employees lack the skills their roles require. From your seat, is a skills shortage or a hiring strategy problem?
I would say none.
None?
Yes.
What is it then?
I believe that the economy of changes, constant changes, global changes impact the skills shortage. People, they don't know what they will need to do tomorrow. So how can they learn so fast, right? So they learning by doing. They learning every day. That's why constant learning is important.
Yep.
And I'm sure that a lot of people at North Security also, we have that skills shortage because tomorrow there will be another day and we will need to do some new things which we don't know yet.
Right.
But our approach and our strategy, and I hope that everyone's strategy should supposed to be like this, we need to constant learn, be proactive, and push ourselves. So I guess that it's that talent shortage, it's a constanta because we don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow, and with the technologically very advanced world, it's gonna happen always. I mean, this is our future.
Right. Have you ever encountered a situation in your team where, for instance, you want to develop an employee further in his skill set, further in his experience, and the feedback was, I'm good where I am right now, I don't want to learn more?
Actually, I never heard that kind of answer.
Okay.
But I received the answer, yes, I would like to, dot.
Right.
And then nothing. So basically, there are some profiles, there are some people who they are a little bit afraid of saying that they don't want to learn, they're good.
Right.
Because they are in such an environment, demanding environment. Oh, we're learning, we need to do something, be proactive. And they like kind of try to adapt and say, yes, I want to learn. But from their actions, you see that they don't want to do that.
Right.
So unfortunately, and from my experience, these people don't last in very fast-paced environment. For them, it's very difficult to stay without learning in fast-paced environment. If it's a slow pace, it's good. So usually, this kind of profile, it's okay, but you need to find the right position for you.
Does it mean that, I mean, the underlying reason for that, isn't it that they just afraid of taking additional responsibilities upon themselves?
Maybe they just don't want to, they are lazy, I don't know.
Right.
It depends. Of course, additional responsibilities, it means that you need to work more, you need to learn more.
True.
And yes,
out of your comfort zone.
Exactly.
Right.
So not everyone likes to be in that uncomfortable zone.
Right.
So so that's why I guess that's important to find the role. There are roles in the world where you're good what you do. You don't need to to push the boundaries all the time. So it depends how person perceive himself and where he finds himself in that comfort zone.
Agree. Timing the hire. When is the right moment to hire? Before growth or after it starts hurting performance?
In between?
In between?
Yeah, I guess that before the growth scale, you can't evaluate. Of course, it depends, as I mentioned before, on the product maturity. So if it's a startup, Usually they don't know how many people they would need, what profiles they would need. They just go with the flow.
Yep.
So it is difficult to predict. So you go with the flow with them, step by step, and then you try to analyze and then find the directions. But if the product is already matured, you already can predict. So basically, you are able to predict and do not miss the opportunity, and you still have the opportunity to hire enough people to do not burn other people who are working.
Right.
So it depends, really depends, and it's easier to predict when the product is more mature.
Give us an example of where timing either saved or cost your organization dearly.
What do you mean by timing?
So, I mean by timing that you have either hired someone when it was too early or hired someone when it was too late. And from that, the performance of the organization and the end result actually were in trouble.
Yeah, so, but it was a conscious decision actually.
Okay.
Yeah, we had some situation in the early stages of one of our products when business needed to scale fast, and we needed to hire many people in a very short time. And business said, okay, we understand that we are not able to hire so many people in short time that would be perfect match.
Right.
So we are going and we compromising the seniority. We hire different level seniority.
Okay.
But we understand that we are risking the quality
Right.
of the end work, end result. And it was true. The quality was low in the end of the day, and we needed to do some decisions and to say goodbye to some people and replace them with the higher quality, but it was in the later stages of the product development.
Right.
But it was conscious decisions. Business understood that they just need to do something. It's better to do something rather than don't hire anyone or wait for many months to hire that perfect match.
Right.
Because the business will stop. So it's rather have like a lower seniority, bigger number of employees, and then, you know, to see what happens and then do additional steps towards making better quality later on.
What you're saying, it was an evaluated risk?
Yes.
Would you do it all over again? Same way?
Well, it wasn't my decision. It was business decision. But I guess if it's possible to avoid it, we would avoid it.
Okay.
If it's not, because sometimes you need to move so fast, because as we discussed, technological world is unpredictable. You don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. And sometimes you need to act fast.
Right.
So if it's gonna happen the similar situation, we would probably need to make the same story again.
Right. Okay, understood. The next topic is actually my favorite and one of the key topics. It's AI in recruitment, promise or paradox. And you have spoken about this during HR Week, and we have spoken about this in private as well. I would like you to give us a bit of a background of, you know, what inspired Nord to integrate AI into recruitment, and what were the first tangible wins that you got out of this?
What inspired? A huge workload. Inspired, yeah. So basically, I guess that AI came into the arena a couple years ago, right? So after that time, during that time, we faced one thing, that companies in general, they started to rework, rethink their strategies, restructurize, and a lot of good people became available in the market, and they started to apply to other positions. And we've noticed that instead of 60,000 CVs per year, now we are receiving 100,000 CVs per year. And I have the similar amount of recruiters, and I have the same amount of hours per day, right? So it's just one of the challenges. We also started to see that we are receiving a lot of fake CVs, AI-generated CVs. We even faced deep fake AI-generated candidate, which we moved to the final stage of our recruitment process.
He went through the system.
Exactly, and it was eye-opening for me that I need to do something right now. So and I realized that I need to find a way, not only how to optimize the work of my recruiters, but also how to use AI to identify AI, right? To identify the problems that AI brought to us, actually. So it started the game, AI plays with AI, right? So this was main point, and that's why we started to implement, to test, experiment with different AI tools. And you asked about the outcome, what's the result? The result is actually pretty good, and we had some challenges, but overall we managed to save a lot of time by using AI tools, and we managed to hire 30% people with the same amount of recruiters and with the same time slots, with the same amount of time. So this is, I guess it worked for us a lot. We saved a lot of hours of our employees' time.
So the end result is basically efficiency.
Yes.
Okay, so that is the end result of AI implementation. It's efficiency, because you said the increase of candidates and CVs that were incoming went high up. The natural way would be, okay, we need to hire more people. But you say, no, we're not going to hire more people. Let's try and go and find a different way for that.
Exactly, because it's not going to stop, Maybe next year we will receive 300,000 CVs, so I'm not going to double my team just to review the CVs. I need to think strategically and how to optimize and make the work more effective, rather than just have a lot of people doing the same work. So it's not wise, I guess.
True. Can you give us a few numbers of this efficiency? I remember hours spent on reading CV, because during your presentation at HR Week you spoke about this. Do you have those numbers for us?
Yes. So basically, a recruiter spend 6.5 hours per week, which is almost one working day, just to review the CVs.
Physical review them.
Physical review. Yeah. So it's just too many hours, for doing such work. So, and another part, we need to do the interviews. Because we spend hours and hours on interviews, and then we need to write the feedbacks about the candidates, which is additional 8 hours per week. So we basically have 2 days per week just for that administrative, repetitive work. So for me, the most important job for a recruiter is interviewing people and finding the right people. As we discussed, deep diving in the soft skills, interview, understanding what is this person about, but not, just checking keywords in CVs or writing the resumes. So so this is, I guess, 2 days of 5 days of 5 working days, and basically when we started to calculate, we saved 240 hours per week of our organization, people from organization. I mean, it's not only recruiters. It's also the people who are included in the recruitment process.
On a later stage.
Hiring teams. So we managed to save 240 hours. Amazing. If you will, convert it into the euros, as a business metric,
Yep.
there's gonna be thousands of euros.
Sure,
So
sure.
for business, I guess it's much this kind of implementations of tools worth it, because the hours of people worth more.
Yeah, true. Is there a dark side of AI in hiring? And how do you safeguard fairness, privacy, and human judgment?
Very difficult question. The dark side of AI is always the one that AI is still very unknown area for everyone.
Okay.
We don't know what we don't know, and we don't know, is it like hallucination or maybe not? Should I trust it? Should I take it and redo it something? Should I double check it? So that dark side is that we still don't trust these tools, and it might be used against us.
Yep.
Like those deep fake candidates. This is the dark side, and it's such a difficult situation. We receive right now around 2-3 candidates per month,
Okay.
which are fake candidates. We see them on the screen,
Right.
they're talking to us,
Yeah.
and we feel like something is not right, but we don't know.
Wow.
And we need to understand. That's why we're using tools. We're using Nexus AI as one of our Tesonet group companies, which helps us to identify those deep fakes. But previously, you see the person, you feel like this is something, your gut feeling shows you that something is not right.
Something
but
is off.
You're not able to express it with words. And you don't know how to react, what to tell to this person. Should I tell them like, I feel like you're fake? Prove that you're human.
Right.
We are not able to do that. We can't ask, can you show me your passport?
Right.
This is not
to identify
eligible.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So basically, this is that dark side which we're facing, and it's scary, to be honest. And that's why probably our future plans and the strategy would be to train our people how to identify those, what to do, how to act, and how to eliminate those kind of dark things about AI in the future.
After you have, improved the efficiency of hiring and the recruitment process, the HR Monitor says that 46% of hires in Europe stay beyond 6 months. What happens with the rest? And why are we losing new hires so fast? What is your take on this?
Well, to be honest, at North Security,
Right.
we don't have these numbers. Our numbers much better.
That's good.
1.5 year. This is an average. So I guess, to think broadly, I think that there's lack of the right strategy in the company.
Okay.
Because probably they don't plan ahead. They probably hire as they go. Oh, let's hire this person right now. I need it now, let's do it. They don't ask too many questions. They don't check probably if that person is a really good fit. Maybe he's overqualified for the role, and you see, oh, he can do this work, let's take him. And after a couple of months, the person realizes that I already done my job, I know everything, I want to move upper, I don't know, or maybe even quit the position because it's just not for me. I'm bored. So I guess the strategy and the tactics are not there. And I believe that bigger companies have a better approach to this, and smaller companies, they're more reactive. So they hire as they go. No, they don't plan too much.
Right.
And bigger ones, they plan a little bit more.
in a few words, the onboarding process, early stage at North Securities, how does that look like, and why is it specifically designed to be so?
Yeah, we actually, during my 6 years here at North Security, we moved from non-existing onboarding
Okay.
to the real high-level, cool onboarding, I would say.
Cool. Okay.
Why? Because previously we hired a person. Yeah, we were a startup, if you can remember, right? So
Yes.
startups work differently.
They do.
So you hire a person. You can say to him that this is a nice place to work. This is your laptop, and this is your manager. Bye.
Yeah.
No, we never did like this, but basically it was like you come and you learn on your own.
Right.
Because the pace was so fast that we had no time to onboard
Right.
the person properly. What happens right now? We have a lot of people. There's more than 2,000 people in the company. We have buddies. We have onboarding days. We invite all people from all over the world. We're hiring globally.
Yep.
To our HQ to spend a week with the teams,
Okay.
to feel the culture, to understand how we work,
Yep.
what our values are, how they are actually happening here. So I believe very, very important part, and we receive a lot of good feedback about that. We have that human touch.
Yes.
You know, we show
Yes.
that we care about the person.
Right.
And we want them to succeed in this company. So yeah, so from zero to hero.
Right. Only 1/3 of roles in Europe are filled internally. What blocks companies from looking inside first, in your opinion?
And there's again, I guess, the same narrative about product maturity.
Okay.
For startups, they need people who can act now.
Right,
with
plug and play.
Exactly.
Yep.
You just come and do whatever is needed. There's no time to learn.
Right.
For scale-ups, it's already a better place to learn because there's more people who are able to uptrain you, upskill you,
Right.
and help you. For corporate world, it's even better, but it's slower. The
Yeah.
processes, you know, the corporation are the huge, elephant.
Elephants, right,
Exactly.
right. Moving slow, yeah.
Yeah, so they're moving a little bit slower, but they have, I guess, a lot of good climate for internal movements because they have a lot of they prepared for that. They have processes ready. They have transparency. Everything is clear,
Right.
and your path might be very, very easy. So I guess that as we have in Europe, we have a lot of startups, scale-ups, the companies that are growing. That's why it's a little bit more difficult probably to have those internal movements.
Right. Because it's lack of people basically,
Exactly,
and
exactly.
lack of size.
Exactly.
Compared to, let's say, the U.S. U.S.
Exactly.
market, right? So let's talk a bit about employee development. Many organizations still treat performance, learning, and talent programs as separate islands. How does that look like for Nord?
For us, I guess we're also in a learning path here. We don't have like very easy going steps for everyone.
Okay.
Because we're still not a corporation, we're still a scale-up, and we don't have those processes very easily understandable and set. So, but our learning and development department, HR BPs, HR department, they're working towards to see those the three things that you mentioned,
Right.
to be visible as one.
Okay.
But now we're still not, we don't have that state of, success here.
I see. How many people today at Nord?
2000.
2,000. If you take the last 5 years, what's the progression rate look like?
Every year, about progression rate of people.
Yeah.
So every year we hire around 500 people. Some of them are replacements.
Okay.
That's why the growth is a little bit slower.
Slower, yeah.
But every year we grow around 200-300.
200-300 each year.
Yes.
Okay, I see. Is there a size of headcount beyond which, for instance, your job today as head of people, right, will be already overwhelming, and you would need to expand your team and department beyond something that you haven't done before and something that would be new for you to learn as well? How does that scenario look like?
It's good that I'm still not the head of people.
Aren't you?
A head of talent acquisition.
Head of talent acquisition. Sorry.
Yeah, so maybe this question is for my manager,
Yeah.
Karina.
Okay.
Yeah, we can have it's a philosophical question a little bit, and the philosophical answer would be, well, I like numbers. So I would say if now we have 2,000 people and we have around 50 people in HR.
Okay.
So if we will be like 3,000-4,000, so it's already 100 people in HR. So we definitely, there's this like separate organization already, yes? So you need to have a separate processes and separate different structure. So I guess we would have to create different roles already, the data analyst roles, I don't know, project management roles. The different roles will appear, maybe AI tool adoption.
Like a separate department.
As a separate department, because HR has a lot of different things to cover, and there's a lot of data behind, so, So I guess we would definitely need to rethink our structure and to be in a different shape.
Understood. Let's take a bit of a theoretical approach here. And please bear with me on this one. A LinkedIn does not exist. Resume are not heard of. How would you redesign the recruitment of talent into organization if you would have the freedom to do whatever you see fit for that situation? How would that look like?
Yeah, actually, LinkedIn didn't exist 20 years ago or 30. So I guess that we need to ask those who were recruiters previously, because people were recruiting other people.
Yeah.
But if I would need to create some ideas, I probably would start, I don't know if the term employer brand existed in your world without LinkedIn.
Yeah.
But if it exists, I would probably start with employer branding and use it outdoors, communication, events, and the other possibilities to connect. And to connect and spread the news, information, the message about the company.
Okay.
And I would think that I would need to show what's in it for them, for the people, right? If LinkedIn does not exist, I cannot approach them, right? So, but probably I can create some kind of event or the message somewhere, I don't know, on the plane seat, up front, just inviting them to meet and let me show you how we work here, and then I connect and then I hire them. So I probably would work it from this perspective.
Okay.
If LinkedIn does not exist but Instagram exists,
right.
So I would probably Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook or whatever. So probably I would also work on personal branding part, because recruiters needs to have their personal brand to be visible, to be approachable.
Sure.
And we need let those people approach us if we are not able to approach them.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is my philosophical answer.
Okay, thank you. Value creation through recruitment. We have touched upon a few parts during today's talk, but beyond filling seats, how can recruitment directly contribute to business performance?
To be honest, at Nord Security, we are not considered as recruiters who are only filling seats.
Okay.
We, as a team, were always considered as a partners who has knowledge about their sphere.
Mm-hmm.
And we always come with some advice, with some predictions, with some data, with some, risks, challenges, and we bring some more on the table rather than just CV.
Yep.
Okay, so I guess this is the answer.
Okay.
Because we are not giving candidates and without asking questions. We ask questions. We challenged our hiring team. Sometimes they want unicorns in two weeks, right? So we this is our job to open the reality for them. So this is part of that strategic approach and impact. So I guess that saves a lot of time for company.
Yep.
Because if we would only send the CVs, it will be very time consuming and it will take so much time. So our people are smart and they know how to react, act, and help business grow faster.
What KPIs or success stories best prove HR strategic impact to leadership and to performance? So, for instance, you said that it's not only about putting CVs on the table and talking about filling headcount, but you are a partner to the business. So, what is it that you are measured on?
First of all, one of our main measures are quality.
Okay.
So we are measuring, and how we are measured is by quality of hire.
Okay.
So this is not only a hire as it is, but what is the quality? And we usually measure quality by having that person hired for 6 months and more.
Okay.
And if that person works more than 6 months, we consider this person as a match.
Yep.
And we did a qualitative job.
So successful hire.
Exactly.
Okay.
So this is I guess that one of our main metrics, how we can be evaluated. And of course, another one, which is a strategic metric, about the future planning. So how accurately we're able to plan, or sometimes our product teams are planning, and our job is to challenge them.
Right.
Not to plan instead of them.
Yeah, but challenge them.
And get the most accurate plan as possible.
Right.
Because they want to hire 200 people in, 6 months, and we say, look, with what we have, we are able to hire 50. Okay?
Realistically.
And then we give numbers. So we help them to strategize their growth. And if we really need 200, we help them to think about, to get some ideas, how can we actually do it? What should we do to make it happen?
Right. The human core of leadership. So in a data-obsessed environment, what still makes a great people leader?
One of the things that is empathy.
Okay.
And the empathy and trust. So my approach to people leadership, and the main message is always repeat the same message, which is trust is the most important thing to succeed in the team. If there's no trust, nothing gonna happen.
Right.
So, and I usually try to lead by example, be open-minded of myself, share my struggles, share my thoughts, I want people to challenge me as well.
Okay.
I'm trying to be also the, how to say, approachable. So, and then that helps bring trust on the table, and this how we make that happen, how the success happens.
Right. Let's finalize today's conversation with a personal reflection, purpose and legacy. So, looking back, what moment in your career best defines your philosophy as an HR leader? Because you don't come from HR, you come from sales, right?
I have some couple of mottos in my life.
Okay, please share.
Yeah, one of them that if you cannot change the situation, change your mindset.
Okay.
And that helped me a lot actually
Wow.
in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And especially when talking about the career path, when I was rejected many times, and I just said to myself, okay, I can't change the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Companies are rejecting me, people are rejecting me. So I will change the mindset. And I will think differently, from different angle, what I can do
Mm-hmm.
differently to make some happen what just happened, you know. So I guess this motto works for HR, for recruitment as well, because we have so many situations which we cannot change.
Right.
So, but when you think about it from different perspective, it usually helps to settle.
Mm-hmm.
So to understand that, okay, this is everything is, we can do everything. There's nothing impossible, and let's make it happen. So I guess this is my way of thinking.
Amazing. Lauryna, thank you so much for today's conversation. I really enjoyed it. I know you are limited on time. If it would be me, we would be sitting here the whole day because my questions are just
Endless,
continuing.
never ending.
Yes, never ending. Because conversations about HR are not strictly about HR, recruitment, internal HR. It's about business, because people make business. Business does not exist without people. And I always think that it's essential to understand the human, the people side of any business and how that is managed. And that also very much reflects on the outcomes of the business and the business growth. So, thank you for bringing your insight, sharing your stories on Beyond the Resume, and looking forward to seeing you a lot because we live in the same city.
Thank you very much for inviting me. That was a pleasure.
Thank you, Lauryna. That was Beyond the Resume. A huge thank you to Lauryna Girėnienė for the honesty, clarity, and depth, and for giving us a rare inside look into how a leading European tech company is rethinking talent, skills, and AI. If you're in HR, recruitment, or leadership, or simply curious about where the future of work is heading, this conversation is one worth sharing. Lauryna represents the next chapter of HR: strategic, technology-enabled, and deeply human. If this episode challenged your thinking or opened a new perspective on hiring and talent, send it to someone in your network who builds teams, shapes culture, or makes decisions about people. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.